Good morning, FlowChat connector. Sean here. In this video, we're going to talk about a sales pro's morning routine. Had a lot of questions that came in about this one, and this one is going to give you a 6-step formula that will practically guarantee you'll have the right mindset, the right mind space when you're going into your day. Stay tuned. This one is good. What's up, FlowChat connector? Sean back at you here with another high-ticket tune-up. Today, we're going to take a little deviation, a little path, a little journey into my morning routine. Had a great question that came in from Drew. Drew asked this. He said, Sean, how should my sales team be starting their mornings before they get into the game to close for me? Now, whether you're just getting started as a sales professional on your own right, or maybe you have a sales team that you're working with, whatever the case may be, there is a particular formula that I have followed for a couple of years now that has really helped me to grow into a better person, the best version of myself, and continues to strive and do those things. And so today I'm going to reveal my exact formula. In fact, that's that Sales Pro's morning routine, because Drew is asking how I should help my sales team do this. My suggestion is help them create a morning routine that gets their mindset in the right place. So it's really simple, guys. I follow Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning formula. If you haven't read the book, go get it. Hal Elrod, Miracle Morning, right? The formula that he uses is called Savers. There's 6 steps in there. I'm going to go through each one, kind of talk about what I do. First of all, silence, right? Start every morning with a period of purposeful silence at least 5 minutes. Okay. So in the morning when I wake up, I actually don't use an alarm clock. I've trained my body that as long as I go to bed before about 11 o'clock, my body seems to always wake up at the same time. And I tested this for a long time before I removed my alarm clock. And now I'm super confident in it. And so I don't ever have to set an alarm clock. And the reason I don't have an alarm clock is because it pisses me off. When the thing goes off, it's really loud, obnoxious, and annoying. And it puts me in the wrong state of mind when I first wake up. So I naturally wake up based on the amount of sleep that my body needs. I tested this for a little while. So it might take a little while to get there if you're trying to get rid of your alarm clock. But then the first thing I do is I just sit there with my eyes kind of closed. I listen to the sounds around me. I'm very present. I get very silent. Sometimes I enjoy listening to my wife, breathing in the morning as she's waking up, which is cool. It's something that makes me happy. And my cats sometimes jump on the bed and they purr, and I listen to them purring, and that's very soothing and relaxing. And I just have some quiet presence and some gratitude for the morning, right? Usually that's my first move before I climb out of bed, right? And that brings me to a level of calmness and peace and serenity. And then from here, I move into affirmations. So I'll get up and I'll start kind of moving around. And I usually only focus on 2 to 3 affirmations at any one time. Like, for example, I live in alignment with the things of wealth and health and happiness and fulfillment and abundance, right? So those are the ones that I usually talk about most every morning for myself. Unless I'm focused on something specific, then I'll bring that into my affirmations. There's a lot of programs on how to do affirmations, but I'll be chanting or repeating these things to myself as I'm getting up and just kind of putting on my workout gear, right? The next thing that I do is visualization, and I'm actually going to combo visualization with number 4, which is exercise. So I would say 90% of the mornings I get up, sometimes I don't do this, but I do get up most every single morning, and I'll either go for a long walk, which is anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes long, and I'm walking either on a treadmill or outside. And this is with no headphones. I'm not listening to anything. The reason I'm doing that is because I combo visualization, sometimes my affirmations, with my exercise. So I am compacting timelines here. So I get up and I do 20, 30 minutes of walking, and then I actually practice disc golf. I practice disc golf every morning. I throw a bunch of disc golf putts just because I love the sport. I want to get really good at it. I put a net in our garage so I can actually throw into the net. So I'll walk. I have a rowing machine as well. So I'll row for 20 to 30 minutes. During that time, I'll do my visualization. I'll do some of the affirmations if I forget to go do them in the morning when I first get up. And then after I've done my exercise, right, and I'm feeling good and prepped and a little bit sweaty, I think, Garrett White was one of my other coaches, and he always told me, he said, when you get up in the morning, sweat, make yourself sweat, because there's something mental when you break into a sweat, it makes you feel really good and accomplished. Also helps your body a lot. So I'll break into a sweat, and then after I finish my exercise, I'll come back and I'll take my shower at that stage, and then I'll come downstairs. I'll grab a cup of coffee, and I open a book. Right now, I'm reading, actually studying. I'm not reading. I'm studying this book, Flip the Script. I'm also reading another one called Average Sucks right here, and I also have another one that my buddy Sean Cannell wrote. This is YouTube Secrets Part 2. And so I typically will read anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes if I only have that limited amount of time, up to about 30 minutes in the morning, trying to learn something that I can put into my specialty or my practice in order for me to become an even better version of myself. Because guess what? I don't know everything. Never said that I did. And I know there's a lot of people that are way, way smarter than me, and they have written books that I can actually dive into and do cool things with and learn and then apply those techniques. And so that's why I always read. And then the last one is interesting, is scribing, right? So it spells savers. And so what I did when I first learned this, I actually wrote it on a little index card. I had the word savers, and I just put silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. And I left that card next to my bed. So every morning I wake up, I look at it, and then I would start the process until it became a habit for me. And now when it comes to scribing, one of the things that I focus on is I use something called futureme.org. You can go there. It's a free website. And it's a really interesting move because it's writing yourself a letter into the future. So you just open your keyboard. Like when I do this, I'll just pop open my computer. The first 5 minutes of the day, I'll just scribe myself a quick email about, I do usually two things. One, I talk about how I'm feeling personally at that moment, that time, that day, for everything that's going on. And then two, I actually put a little barrier in the email I'm writing, like a little line, and then I go below that. And then I do this weird thing where I pretend that I'm 10, 15 years in the future writing myself an email. Why? Because then at the end, all I do is I set up the time to deliver that to myself, and it randomly comes. I set them at random times, usually about a month out from when I write them. So I read it in a month. I read how I was feeling that day, and then I read what I would have said to myself if I had been, fast forward in the future back to now, right? Things like, hey, I'm so glad that you took a moment to work on so-and-so's business. Now there's crushing it, and it's really good to see that. And I'm pleased that our team has grown to the next level, and you'd be so excited that our tech team has done these things. And so I kind of future pace, and I just speak belief in life into what I kind of want to happen through my journaling. It's a little bit different than most people journal, but it's worked extremely effectively for me, and I just wanted to pass it on to you. So again, if you're looking to help your sales pros or your team or something come online like that, this is one of the things that I would encourage you to at least review. Like, go check out Hal Elrod's thing. And if this helps you, guess what? Like, that's awesome. I hope it does help you. It helps me a tremendous amount. And with that said, that was today's high ticket tune up. It's a little bit deviated from sales coaching and training. However, I think it's extremely important, because if you don't have your mentality and if you don't have your wits about you, you're not going to ever be a good sales professional. There is something to be said by taking a little bit of time and prepping before the day begins, prepping before every meeting starts, and all these little pre-shot routines. Think about pro golfers. Before they go hit a shot, what are they doing? They have a certain pre-shot routine that they walk through. They do it every time. Why? So that they can visualize the shot that they're hitting. And guess what? Then they hit a great shot. Same thing with your morning routine. Same thing before you go into a sales call. Same thing before anything else, right? This is why I use this technique. I hope it's valuable for you. I know it's valuable for me. And again, if you're looking to help somebody get into a good morning routine, check out Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning Formula. Savers, very simple. And with that said, you've just been tuned up. I will talk with you next time. Don't forget, last thing here, smash the like button, share this out to someone that might need this help. And please subscribe to the channel, because we're growing it. We got to get the movement going a little bit more. And I really appreciate you feeding the algorithm gods by subscribing to the channel. I will definitely speak with you next time. Looking forward to it.